Good morning. How are you, everybody, doing this morning? I just woke up and I don't look too bad. So I hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Uh, I think we got bad weather coming in tomorrow evening. I think today's Thursday. It is. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I take my glasses off. Well, I can't see now. And ain't got no lipstick on. But I hope everybody's doing okay this morning. I'm gonna see if there's anybody gonna be on early this morning. It's 4:55 here in the Eastern Standard. It's 6 o'clock. So let's see if there's anybody up this morning. Alrighty. I got me a new permit the other day, so last week, and hey, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to my live stream this morning. I just wanted to see if there's anybody up this morning. So there was somebody came in left. But I checked to see if I was monetized, and I'm not yet. I got monetized one time, and I uh, didn't put out many videos there for a while, and then I got unmonetized. So I've got a ways to go. But I, let's see. I'm trying to find. If y'all can see me, if y'all, uh, I switched off of my, I think I've got two or three things. I got three watching. No, yes, I think I've got two or three streams going. Okay. I am back. Good morning. I thought I'd lost my live stream. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for joining my live stream this morning. And it is early in the morning. It's 5 o'clock here, a little after 5 o'clock. I just woke up and I just wanted to see if there's anybody up this morning. So I don't look too good this morning, but I just woke up. I ain't got my makeup on or anything. But thank you for being on my live stream this morning. I just wanted to see if there's anybody up. I'm in Central Standard Time here. But, let me unplug I'm charging my phone and my thing is coming up. Off my computer. I'm almost up to 100% on my phone, so I guess I'm all right. So, I'm going to see. I think I had 3 or 4 in here at one time, and I got distracted and trying to. I think I had 2 or 3 live streams going on at the same time. Yeah, I've been on here about 14 minutes now. So that's the original one I'm in. So just let me know who you are and where you're from. And I messed up I can't make a video. I don't know what's wrong with my camera and my editing program, and I can't get it off of my camera onto my computer. So I'm live streaming to keep my channel active. And I looked to see if I was monetized. I had 1 or 2 videos that I clicked on, and I clicked on it, and it was an ad that would come up, and I looked to see if my channel was monetized yet, and it's not. So, but I've had my channel for 8 years. 8 years since I retired. I thought I'd have it monetized by now, but I've got a little over 2,000 subscribers. So, oh, I I got 2 in here this morning. Whoever came in, thank you for being on my live stream early this morning. I hadn't even had my coffee this morning. But I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much. Yeah, if y'all just say, oh, I've got 4 in here now. Bless your heart. Thank you for coming into my live stream. Thank you. I was sitting here. I got my clothes on, but I've got a video, a live stream I got to do on a meal I got to cook today, and I thought I'd do that later and up in the day. But thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate. I love each one of y'all. But I'm still tired after Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I've got to clean my house up. But I love to sew. I've got quilting to do. I've got 15 quilt tops pieced together. And I've been sitting down this year and last year in the springtime and around the summertime, and I didn't feel like quilting. But year before last, I made 10 quilts and gave them 3 to my children and 1 to each one of my grandchildren for Christmas before last. And I was going to do that this year, and I didn't feel like doing it. So I've got 15 quilt tops. I've got to get busy and get them made for next year. but I love to quilt. I didn't start quilting until after I retired. My mother made quilts, and I've got quilts that she made in the cedar chest, and I piece them together by hand, and then I quilt, put the batting and the backing on it, and quilt it by hand. That is therapeutic. I love to do that, and I bought me three big long fold out tables. I've got them stacked up over there next to the wall, and I'm gonna get them down and start hand quilting them and live stream them too. But I wish I could make a video. I don't know whether I need another camera or my edit. I bought me a new computer back several months ago. My other one gave out on me, and my son-in-law come up here and transferred everything over to this new one, and I haven't been able to make a video since then. So I don't know whether I don't know why, but I can't get it off my camera onto the editing program. I got film more, and I couldn't even get it downloaded to YouTube directly. So I don't know what's wrong. So, uh, but thank you so much for being here. It means a whole lot. Good morning. How are you? The one that came in. Good morning. I hope you have a blessed day. So, let me get this down. So, I have got. I had ordered from Amazon a tea, detox tea to help you lose weight. I saw an advertisement on it, and I didn't know whether it was a private company that was selling it, but Amazon's got it too, and it's supposed to be here today, and I can't wait till it gets here. Good morning, a Christian housewife. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing this morning? I am just fine. But thank you so much for commenting. I just hope you're having a good day. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing good. I'll be 85 years old. Oh, it's Judy. Well, good morning, sweetheart. I'm so glad to have you in here. But I'll be 85 in March, so good Lord. I told my daughter, I said, my kids, I said, God's got a reason for me to be here this long. I've outlived my mama. My mother was 80 when she passed away, and my daddy was 73. And I've got to make me some coffee. I hadn't made my coffee this morning. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you too, just Judy. And I've seen the Christian housewife too. Bless her heart. I know I'm thinking about my mom and daddy this morning. I got to say, I was raised in a Christian home, and my mama told me not to ever judge nobody, and that's what the Bible says. The Bible says if you judge other people, you're gonna be you're condemning yourself. So, but I'm not perfect. I'm just a sinner saved by grace, and I just thank the Lord every day. I'm still here. But I felt the Holy Spirit so strong. Sometimes I cry. I really do. And the Lord's been good to me. My husband ran off and left us when my children was right small, and I worked and put them through school. And I've got 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and 14 great grandchildren. I've got a big. I know I could tell by a Christian housewife. I could tell that you're one of God's children. I was saved when I was 13. at the revival. It got down on my knees, and my grandmother was at the altar, and I was saved at my grandmother's knees. Uh, my daddy was an electrician, and we came home to help Mama have a surgery. God bless you too, sir. I know, but the Lord was with me through all that time. He carried me. I had my children in church, and all of them's been saved, and all of them been baptized. And I am so thankful about that. It just done my heart good. But my father was an electrician, and he was a construction electrician. And I was saved at my grandmother's church, and Daddy went to work in New York City, and we moved up there, and I was baptized in Bayonne, New Jersey. But we found a church to go to every place we went. We would one year my daddy we was in 7 schools in one year. One of them was 30 minutes. He moved to the wrong town in Illinois, and Daddy parked the trailer, and he went to the Union Hall up there, and I found out was in the wrong town. He had to come back and unblock the trailer. And we moved up the road for about 100 miles. We had an interesting life. I've never seen a stranger. Thank you, sweetheart. God bless you too, darling. I love you too. I love everybody. I've never seen anybody that I didn't love. We're supposed to love everybody. I've got 4 in here this morning. Thank you so much for being on my live stream. I'm trying to get my live channel monetized so I can start making some money, and I've got a ways to go. I've had my channel for 8 years. I've got a daughter that lives up in Ohio, and she's got 2 sons. One of them lives in Indiana, another lives in Pennsylvania. The rest of my family lives down here. I've got 2 girls and a boy, and my son is the youngest one. He's 59 years old. Uh, my oldest daughter is 64, and my youngest one is 62. And my youngest daughter retired several years ago, but her husband's got a good job, and my son he's got a nice job. He makes good money. So, but God's been good to me as much as I've been through, and I praise Him every day. I pray for somebody every day. Oh, you got younger children. Thank you so much, Christian housewife. I appreciate you. You're 64. Well, I'm 84. I'll be 85 in March. And I'm still going. I live by myself. Uh, my ex-husband passed away 2 years ago, but I'm going off of him now. So I'm getting by because he worked, so he had a good job. But, the good Lord's been good to me all these years. Yeah. I love you too, sweetheart, and God bless you. But, God was with me all that time. And he's across the street from you. Your daddy's across the street from you. Well, he's close in. I honored my mom and daddy. And I had a good mom and daddy. I tell you what, they helped me raise my kids after my kids' daddy left. And he had a 126 acres farm. He retired. He had a farm and milk cows and had a garden. Uh, hauled hay and everything. He kept them busy. They were good workers. Right? Oh, he's a lucky man to have you with there. I took care of my mama to the day she died. She was in the hospital 18 days before she passed away. She had a stroke. She was in good shape till she had a stroke, and I was at the hospital for 18 days when she passed away. I had to call her. She didn't even know who I was, but I never forgot who she was. And I had to call the family in when the doctor said she wouldn't live long. And I was Mama was in the Nashville hospital. I was there for a week before I ever come home. And the doctor said you better go home and get some rest. I'd get up early in the morning and be back down at Nashville to feed her breakfast. And then I wouldn't come. Good morning. I've got five in here this morning. Thank y'all so much for coming in. But I would leave after supper about nightfall and go back home and sleep and get back up every morning and drive to Nashville. At 50, I live 50 miles from Nashville. But I honored my mother to the day she died. It like to kill me when she passed away. But my daddy died in 1988. He had a heart attack. But I never got. I was a daddy's girl anyway. My brother, I had a brother, but he passed away in 2003. He had cancer. But my mom and daddy was already gone by then. You're in North Louisiana. Are you not too far from me? I've been to Memphis. I used to set up flea markets back years ago. And there was a wholesale house in Memphis, and I went down there and bought a bunch of stuff. And, uh, and I set up a flea market on the weekend. And then I went to yard sales when I was working nights at that time. And I'd go to yard sales in the morning before I went, when I got off work, and go to yard sales. And I had a van, and I had it filled with junk. And I said, go to yard flea market on Saturday morning, set up. And I done pretty good with that. But I don't do that anymore. I'm lucky to get out of the house. I can walk. But like I said, I had a rough year last year. I was in the nursing home for a while, and I was in the hospital twice. And they got me back. I got where I couldn't walk. I've got arthritis in my shoulder, in my legs and ankles. And it was here a few weeks ago. I couldn't even get out of the house. I couldn't get down the steps like my legs and hurt. But I got a walker that I used to get up and get me something to eat. I got by. So, but I'm walking fine now. I worked till I was 76 years, 77 years old. I retired in 2017. So I've been retired 8 years. And all right, your husband walked in. Okay. But I cried today. Oh, okay. Will you tell him I said hi? And when I retired, I worked at pencil mill until I retired at 62, and I couldn't live on Social Security. So a year later, I went to Walmart and applied for a job, and the guy was with me. They hired me that day. I was a greeter, and I worked there for 13 years. And I cried when I had to quit working. uh, but it was rough till uh, my ex-husband passed away, and I got to draw for him. But God's always took care of me. You had to retire last year. Uh, to take care of your daddy. That's one thing I've never regretted. I took care of my mama to the day she died. My mom and daddy was there when I was needed them, and I just praise God I was able to take care of her. But it broke my heart to know that she didn't even know who I was. And she recognized my granddaughter. My granddaughter went up there. She said, "I don't know who you are, but I know you're part of the family." And it just broke my heart to see her in that shape. But after she was buried, I took a leave of absence from the place where I worked, and they were good to me. Uh, I lived in. Uh, I had uh, built up uh, vacation time. I think I got covered though. I got a paycheck, but I never did like to take a vacation. I had 3 or 4 weeks vacation, and I got covered that way. But it just, but God always took care of me. She knows now, mine too. Yeah, but I love you, sweetheart, with all my heart. It just, I've got 34 minutes in, and it just, I thought I'd try to see if there's anybody up this morning. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. You're young enough to be my daughter. You're about the same age as my girls. So, I never dreamed I'd live this long. I'm a diabetic, but my doctor keeps my sugar stays where it's supposed to. I'm on a diabetic pill. Uh, I've been a diabetic for about 30 years, I guess. So I love to sew. I made a lot of mine and my children's clothes when they was growing up. I've got one picture on Facebook that your daddy's a diabetic too. But I had some red material, and I made me and my two girls long red dress to wear to church, and I had enough material left over. My son is about 7 or 8 years old, and I made him a. He's a pre-diabetic. I've got yes, ma'am. I do quilting. I've got my YouTube channel is retired in prepping and quilting channel, and I've got a lot of quilting videos on there. Me quilted my uh, things, but like I said, I hadn't quilted it all this year. So, but uh, I've got quilting stuff in 3 bedrooms, and I'm growing. Yeah, yeah. I've got quilting videos all over my YouTube channel. Uh, so you just go to my channel, but it's retired in prepping and quilting channel. Yeah, you enjoyed them. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I wore out. Mom and daddy bought me a sewing machine when I first got married. I wore out about 4 sewing machines the one I bought now, it'll do everything but wash dishes. It when I retired from Walmart, I bought freeze dried food, and you don't never know what's going to happen, and I cook with it. What is BERMIA? Is that a company? That mine was good morning, Lenny. How are you? Good morning from Cumberland Plateau. Oh, you're not too far from me. I live in Middle Tennessee. I'm 50 miles from Nashville. Uh, uh, Let me see what it is. Uh, well, it they just quit what the uh yeah well I used to flea market up there on top of Mount Eagle Mountain years ago. I'd go to flea markets and set up and Thrive Life freeze dried food is what I stocked up on, and I cook with it. I've got everything that they got. But they went out of business. But I signed up the other day with another one, but I don't need anything, and I just signed up and got me some. I got what did I get? But it's Thriveless. Well, the one that recruited me from Free uh, Thrive Life Foods. I signed up under him in the other one, and he's got a channel that him and his wife are preppers too, and they live in uh, Pennsylvania or someplace up there, and then they've got a home in Florida too, and they've got a YouTube channel. And their name is Bill and Elizabeth. You got Bucky's there. Yeah, I have got. I've got a deep freeze out in the garage, and I've got meat stored out there. I'm getting low on it, but I never. I'm not going to go hungry, and when my kids come over to eat, I use my freeze dried food and cook, and they've got meat, but I've never eat any of the meat. I've got chopped meat and chicken and stuff like that that's freeze dried. But it is nice to know that I've got meat. Okay, it's nice to know that I got uh if anything happens, I will have enough to uh sustain me as long as I live. But I put part of my pension from Walmart in that and bought some. So I wanted to be prepared. Uh, it is good. You never know what's going to happen. But even I saved money even when my kids was going to school after their daddy died, and I was very frugal about what I spent. I bought a trailer when he left and parked it out at my daddy's farm, and I've worked in the summertime. I worked at Empire Pencil Company, and I went to work there as soon as I got out of high school. And in the summertime, we'd work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I never did mind working. I had kids to raise, to feed, and clothe. They never went without. I've been in here almost 43 minutes. But thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I love each one of you so much. And it just, I've really been blessed. I really have. If the good Lord just keep me on my feet where I can walk, the doctor had me on arthritis medicine. Now they've got me on out uh, Tylenol with the arthritis medicine in, and it does pretty good too. But that arthritis medicine doctor had me on was hurting me, so they changed me out with that. Uh, but Thrive Life Foods went out of business, and they were out. Home base was in California, I think, or Wisconsin or someplace. But like I said, I signed up with Thriveless the other day, and I ordered a can of onions or something, but something just so to get into the company. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Uh, but it's good to have something put back. And it was what I've got will be last 20 years, but I don't open the cans. And after you open them, you have to use it. They won't go bad, but you have to use it. But it just, I'm just, I've just praised God that they've got something out there. Yeah, yeah, that's what the doctor got me on now, Tylenol, and it's got arthritis medicine in it. So you got food storage. You're a very smart lady, but we're supposed to be prepared. God gave us enough money, gave us enough brains to take care of ourselves. My mama had a garden. She can put up food after Daddy retired, but he bought a farm before he retired, and to have something to do. And like I said, I had a trailer that parked there beside the house after the daddies left, and he parked his trailer under my front porch. I had the trailer. They put front porch under it. He parked his tractor right under there, but beside my bedroom, and he early in the morning he'd wake me up starting his tractor to go bale hay or disc or whatever it was he did. Yeah, I just uh, but we had a little creek before you get up to the highway. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my quiet heart. Yeah. Uh, you don't live. I live in town now. Mama, when my daddy passed away, Mama sold the farm and bought a house in town. And when she passed away, oh bless your heart, I got the heart's coming up there. And I'm living in Mama's house. I got Mama's house, and my brother got it for money. Uh, my brother was in the Navy. He worked. He was in the Navy. He was in Vietnam over there when that war was going on. He was on a submarine or ship or something, but he never got off the ship. They was just out there off the coast of Vietnam. He said he got shot at, but he didn't get hit. But they, shot at the ship. But he passed away at 56 with cancer. And Mama had just died 3 years before he did. So it was hard when we had to bury him. uh, and he had a wife, so, uh, that he wasn't a Navy when he graduated in high school. He was 5 years younger than I am, and it hurt when he. I'll see you later, Christian housewife. I love you, sweetheart, and thank you so much for spending time with me this morning. You are just absolutely precious. I love you, young lady, and I hope you have a blessed day. And thank you for spending time with me this morning. You've just made my day. But I remember you when you was just Judy. My name is Juliet, and everybody called me Judy when I was growing up. My grandmother, all my family did. But my mama always called me by my real name. Everybody, all of my grandparents and cousins called me Judy. But thank you, so, sweetheart, for being here. And you have a blessed day, sweetheart. I love you so much. Yeah, Lenny, things is going out of business. I heard there was a retail store or a grocery store that's going out of business, and somebody said that uh, Burger King may go out of business. And I love their ham, egg, and cheese croissants. I get one every about once a month, and if I'm in town. I'm in town, but if I get out, I stay home mostly because I had that virus twice when it was going around. And I was in the hospital for a while, first time, and I had to call the ambulance to come and get me. I couldn't even walk. I got to the door. I got to the door, and the ambulance come and got a wheelchair and got it up on the porch and got me down the steps, and I spent a while in there. But then I got it again. But that time, when I went to the doctor, they gave me some medicine, and I was better in a little while. But it scared me. I get my hair fixed on Wednesday, and if I need anything, I order from Walmart and uh, online, and then they go pick it up and they bring it to my car. Now I have to go in the store and get my medicine from Walmart, uh, but I get in there and don't get around anybody that I don't have to, and pick up my medicine, and I'm out of there and go back home. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. I think the Christian housewife is gone. She said I needed to go. And she said she'd see me later. She is a sweet lady. She's been on my YouTube channel before when I'd have a live stream. And I love each one of y'all so much. I've been in here 51 minutes now. So, and the sun hadn't come up yet. But I live in the Central Standard Time. I live about almost 100 miles from Chattanooga, and they're on the Eastern Standard Time. So I live on a walking horse country. But I've got three people in here and three likes, and thank you so much for each one of you being here. But that a uh, Christian housewife is such a sweet person. She's absolutely precious. And Lenny, what part, Lily? What part of the country you live in? The middle, east, or west? I don't know. I've heard of Bucky's, but I don't know. We've got Sam's Warehouse in here in the next town over, and I've got a membership there. But I usually got everything I need anyway, milk and bread and stuff like that, and sausage patties and eggs. So I don't have to spend too much on groceries. I cooked a roast the other day. I had live streamed it and made potato salad. I got a little bit of that potato salad left, and I've got a lot of cooking videos on my channel. Uh, it- but I enjoy. I'm not making any money off of YouTube, but I enjoy uh, showing what I do, what my life is all about. I love showing what I do. So, but I worked till I was 77 years old. 2017. I was 76 years old when I retired. And I cried that day when I left to retire. They gave me a retirement dinner. And they and I sit there and squalled during the whole time. But I never did. I didn't want to. But I had broke my femur bone on the job and got turned down on workman's comp. So they said I had osteoporosis. It didn't make any difference. So I hung in there for about a year after Lynette, and I finally had to give it up. It was time to stay home and take it easy. Then I started making quilts and done my YouTube channel, and I hadn't let no grass grow under my feet. Like I said, I have got quilting material everywhere. I've got 15 quilts pieced together already. Then I got down sick this past year, and I didn't feel like quilting. And now I'm going. I bought me three long uh, folding tables, and they're sitting over there against the wall. And I'm going to move when I get running the quilt again, I'm going to move my coffee table out and set them up here in the living room. And I've got the material and the backing and the batting and everything to do part of them. And I'll just order online what I need them. But I love to sew better than anything. And it's very therapeutic to sit there and just, because I make the quilts, I piece them together on the sewing machine, and then when I get them quilted, I lay the backing down, the material for the back, and then I put the batting behind next, and then I spread my quilt top out on it and smooth it out and pin it down, and then I start quilting by hand. And when I get the quilted, the seams, the overlap on the seam on the outside, I fold that over and quilt that by hand too. But like I said, I gave each one of my children one for Christmas year before last. And I've got 7 grandchildren. I made one for each one of them. And they were so appreciative. So I've got my Walmart thing. They gave me I was there for 13 years. When I retired from my regular job, I went to work at Walmart as a grader. I loved that job. It was there for 13 years. I worked at my job that I went to when I retired when I was 32, and the work was hard. I mean, I worked to run a machine. We had a machine that put the razor and the ferrule on the pencil, and it printed the pencil out too. And at 62, it's time to give it up. But I found out I couldn't live on Social Security. I was getting lowered in the hole. So I went to work at Walmart, and that was a blessing. I started out at $7, $8 an hour. I think I was making $14 or $15 an hour when I retired. But it helped. It paid the bills. I've never had a lazy bone in my body. But if I could just get my house cleaned up. Like I said, I've got quilting material and quilted stuff in 3 bedrooms back yonder. In my dining room table, when I'm quilting, I've got it covered up with a sewing machine and material. But like I said, I hadn't quilted this past year. I got a tablecloth on it where we cook for Christmas and New Year's. I mean, Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I had my son and his family for Christmas, and uh, I cooked so much Thanksgiving and Christmas I got down in my back. My body's getting where I can't hardly get up and stand up and do anything for a long time. And I had to get out and go across the street and get my mail. And right now I have got plants, hostas plants, and I'm gonna. I've got 30 something hostas plants that's growing here, and they've already got leaves on them and everything. And I'm gonna springtime, about April, I'm gonna get my grandson to come over here and dig holes, and I'm gonna uh, plant them around the house and around the tree. I've got 3 trees, two in the back. I got one in the front, but I've got 2 in the front. But one of them, the limbs is down to the ground. But I'm going to put some hostas plants around trees and around the house, and I've got one. Let me see. I got one here on my cell phone. Give me a picture. I want to show you. There is one of them. If you can see that, it's pink, and it's about going to be about 5 feet tall. I'm going to put them on the corners of the house. I think I've got 6 of them that's planted, and put one, 2, and 4 of them in front, and 2 of them and 2 behind the patio in the back. And each, I've got a covered patio back there, and I've got my car parked back there. And but that is so pretty. And I ordered some more. They come in the other day, and they're blue and red, or green and blue and red, I think. But uh, but I want to beautify this place up. Mama, when Mama had the farm, she when my daddy had the farm, she had irises planted out in the front yard. And then when she bought this house in town before the farm, but after the farm sold, my brother dug up those irises and come up here and planted them in the front of the house between the sidewalk and the house, and they bloom every year. Sometimes they bloom a lot, and sometimes they don't. And but they're pretty. They're purple, but I still got room on each side of them to plant uh, some hostas. But those that's the ones that's red and blue are going to be tall too. The rest of them's going to be ground cover, that be about a foot tall and spread out 2 or 3, 4 feet. I can't wait till next April, because I'm going to wait till April before I transplant them outside. But I've got them in the living room. I've got them in the dining room. I've got them in one of my bedrooms. Uh, I've got a shelf in the one bedroom, and I've got uh, gallon flower pots. And I bought some potting soil, and they're growing good. I've got one that's almost 2 feet tall, and some of them are not going to be as tall as others. But I've got a green thumb, and I love flowers. I've got artificial flowers up here on the if you see up on the divider here, and I love it. It makes me feel good to see them flowers in the wintertime. We it's been warm down here. It got cold there for a while, but it was up to 60 or 70 degrees here. I said we had springtime in the wintertime, and where did I go yesterday? Did I go? I don't know whether I went any place yesterday or not. If I did, I went out in my. Oh, I went and got my hair fixed. Well, no, I wore my jacket. It was a little cooler in the morning. But when it's 60 or 70 degrees, I don't bother to put a jacket on. But that's where I went yesterday. I got my hair fixed. And then I went to Hardee's and got me a breakfast sandwich. And my hairdresser told me about the pork chop and gravy sandwich. And I got one of them. And that's the first time I had one. They was good. It wasn't that expensive either. But I've got sausage in the refrigerator, the freezer up here. I know, me too, Lenny. I've been enjoying this uh, warm weather, but they weather channeling and they said it's gonna here in Middle Tennessee is gonna have strong storms yesterday tomorrow evening, and they've already predicted it's gonna be maybe tornadoes. So I live here in town when the threat of tornadoes out, and I go to the courthouse under the. I live here in town. I live about a mile from the courthouse. I go to the courthouse and get in the basement. They have that open. There's a church here just down the road from me, and I've been down there several times. I know. I'm just going to pray that God protect us all. Uh, that He protects us. My alarm went off on my. I've got my alarm set for 6 o'clock on my phone. It went off, but I live 50 miles from Nashville. Uh, I mean, on the southeast of Nashville. I will be praying for everybody. Do you live in Tennessee, Lenny? Yeah, Clarksville's on the other side of Nashville. Oh, okay. I live down here in Shelbyville, and you're not too far away. And I'm glad to meet you. And thank you so much for being on my live stream. I love everybody I just love everybody. That's what God intends us to do. We're supposed to love each other, support each other. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, well, if next time you uh, down this way, just uh, let me know. You either come over, we can go out and eat or something. I would love to meet you. I was born right here in town, but like I said, my daddy worked construction electrician, and I've lived all over the. Uh, you're welcome, sweetheart. Uh, I lived on this side of the United States. I've lived in South Carolina, Maryland, Illinois, Ohio, New Jersey, uh, New Jersey. Then when I was married, my husband worked. Uh, he went to work in Grand Prairie, Texas, just between Dallas and Fort Worth, and we was living there when Kennedy got shot. My youngest daughter was just a tiny baby, and we lived there. We lived up at Bristol. He worked up there for a while. And then we worked in Georgia. He worked in Georgia, so we moved around quite a bit too. But I don't go anywhere. I went to Pennsylvania 3 or 4 years ago. My daughter's husband passed away, and she moved up there with her oldest son, and she met a man, and they got married, and I went up there, and I stayed about 2 weeks. Uh, and I stayed with my grandson. I mean, my grandson, but before my grandson died, my daughter was living there too. And I went to my daughter's wedding, and they was married in a park, and it was so pretty. She's got her a good husband. He's really good. He's really good to her. Your husband passed away 4 years ago. Oh, I'll be praying for him, sweetheart. Tell you what. Uh, you've been a good daughter. I tell you. I took care of my mama to the day she died. I was at the hospital for 18 days. I was working, but I had vacation time built up to cover that. Well, when it didn't make any difference anyway. I was going to be there for my mother. A week before the doctor sent me home, said you need to go home and get some rest, and said we'll take care of her and you come back in the morning. And I lived 50 miles from Nashville, and that's where she was at in the hospital. And I'd get up early in the morning and go back down there and be down there to feed her breakfast because she couldn't feed herself. She didn't even know who I was. And I'd sit there, and I was there for 18 days. So the only time I left her was good morning, Parrot Dodger. Thank you so much for being here. Hello. Well, I'm glad you're here, Parrot Dodger. And I'm having a live stream. I've been going 1 hour and 11 minutes, but I'm just sitting here chatting with these precious people. But I'm glad to have you here this morning. Yeah. Thank you, Parrot Dodger. Oh, you're from Scotland? Oh, oh, you're from Scotland. Oh well, thank you. I'm part Irish, and I've got some Scots in it too. I've got had a uh, ancestry thing. I've got uh, I, I'm kin to everybody over there. I'm even kin to the Queen and King of England. Uh, I've had an ancestor. I've kin to Ronald Reagan and some actresses and Harriet Truman, and I never even knew them. But I enjoyed that. I don't keep up with it now. Uh, I look and see sometimes about if anybody's ever commented on my thing. But I've enjoyed this live stream this morning. I'm going to maybe have one every morning like this. You've heard Irish too. I may be kin to you, but can't tell. It is. It's amazing, and I love searching ancestors and everything. I had one ancestor that come over on the Mayflower, but I forgot who it was. But come on over. We've got a beautiful country over here, but we've got mountains in the west. But as far as I've been, is Texas. So, but I live on the east side of the United States. But I mean, kid to Ronald Reagan and Harriet Truman and oh, okay. Me and you both have got some ancestors that are uh, famous. Oh my goodness! I bet that was a blessing to find that out. Yeah, my mother uh found she kept up with the ancestors, and we found out we had somebody in Texas or someplace that was kin to us, and they came. That's when they had the farm, and they came and stayed for a while at the farm, and they had a truck and pulled a trailer, and they parked it in the front yard and stayed, and they were so nice. My mother was into ancestry too. That still makes you kinfolks, don't it, Lenny? But it's interesting to find out who come before you that you're kin to. I need to take up, but I have got. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in my ancestry.com. I need to check it out. I'm in. There was a famous movie star. I can't think of her name, but she was real pretty. Catherine, not Catherine Hepburn. It was uh, her name was Catherine something. Yeah, I've got Scotland. People from Scotland I'm kin to, and Ireland too, and England because I said I was kin to the king or queen of the king of our England. Uh, I've got a line all the way back to Adam and Eve, and one of the lines I've got that uh, and we all come from Adam and Eve. It's interesting to find out who your ancestors are. I would just love to sit down and talk to them, I wouldn't mind going over to, but rode a airplane to Orlando, Florida years ago, and I've got psoriasis, not psoriasis. Anyway, you flake up, and I was so nervous before I got on that airplane, my face was chipped, and after I got on that airplane to go fly to Orlando, Florida, got up there and it was amazing. And I flew down there and then come back. And when I got home, I was ready to go someplace else, and I had to go back to work. So, but I enjoyed it. It wasn't as frightening as I thought it was. If we had a meeting in Florida, uh, down there, right after you go across the border, uh, it was on the coast, I think. So Orlando or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time ago. But I got 4 people in here. Bless your hearts. Thank y'all all for being in here. Me too, Pirate Dodgers. I bought a lottery ticket for the Powerball last night, and I hadn't even checked it. I may be a millionaire and don't know it. Sometimes I win $10 or something like that, but it ain't nothing to brag about. But I just let them pick the numbers. Yeah, if my kids would never have to, if I won the lottery and won the jackpot, my kids would never have to work again. I would love to help them. And no, my pocketbook's in there on the table. I forgot to check it last night. Well, I went to sleep. I think I was asleep when it was drawn, and I woke up about 4:30 this morning, 4 o'clock or something like that, maybe 3:30. Got my sleep out and woke up, and I checked my YouTube channel and my email and Facebook. Yep, you never know. I know it's all when somebody wins, it's always somebody in someplace else. I don't know whether anybody's ever here in town has ever won the lottery. I am a granny. I'm 85. This soon be 85 years old in March. I worked till I was 76. I retired uh, 2017. I went to work in 1960 and retired in 2017. And I cried the day I uh, had to retire. I didn't want to retire, but I had fell on the job and broke my femur bone. They turned me down on uh, workman's comp, and I stayed a year. I was out of work for 3 months because I was in the nursing home taking therapy. They had to put a rod in my leg, in my up thigh, in left leg. And when I go up steps, I can't put my left leg up to go up the step. I have to put my uh, right leg up to get up the steps, and then bring my left leg. But I had a knee replacement on my right knee, and it's good as new. I had arthritis in it. I couldn't even walk. And that's the first time I was in the nursing home, and then I was in the nursing home when I broke my leg. And then I was in the nursing home last year for over 2 weeks when I got it down, couldn't walk. I've got arthritis in my legs and ankles. I am. I have been blessed. My health is good. I'm a diabetic, but my uh, my diabetic medicine keeps sugar where it's supposed to be, and but I have been blessed with good health. Like I said, my mother passed away at 80, and my daddy died with a heart attack when he was 73. But I come from a good Christian home, so I have been blessed. I've got 3 children and seven grandchildren and 14 great grandbabies. And I tell you, when that first great grandbaby was born, I was on cloud nine. And then uh, my son has got 2 children. He hadn't got no grandbabies yet, but his youngest one is 32. His son is 32, and he's got a bad heart, so uh, he's got a defibrillator, and we like to lost him when he was 16 years old. They had it, his heart went out on him uh, at school, and they had to call the ambulance. They had to shock his heart back in rhythm before they got him to the hospital. But he's doing okay. He can't drive because when his heart gets out of rhythm, that defibrillator will shock it back in, and he can't drive. I feel so sorry for him. But his heart, he gave his heart to God. He would say, I had to take him to church with me, and he accepted Christ as God as his Savior. So, and he told us, his grandmommy, I can feel the Spirit, and I just about cried. So, I know where he's going when he's gone. May have a hard time, but he is such a sweet young man. I was down this past year down, and he come and stayed with me, and I paid him money to stay here with me because I couldn't stay by myself. Like I said, I was in the nursing home for 2 weeks, over 2 weeks, and then when I come out, he come over and stayed with me. He knows how to cook and everything, wash and clean house. And he's a fine young man. And then my son's oldest daughter. I mean, he's got a daughter and a son. He's older than he is, and she lives with the other grandmother and takes care of her. And when I cook Christmas and everything, the other grandmother comes and eats too. She's a sweet little lady. Her husband passed away a few years ago, but I love that little lady. Well, I'm going to see how much. I know I've done well. No, yeah, I'm doing good. But you know, God's been good to me. I just really have. He's been with me the whole time. I praise God every day. The nursing home uh, was better. The first time I was in there, the food wasn't hardly fit to eat. Second time I was in there, they had different cook, and the food was pretty good. Uh, Last year the food was good, and they brought it to the room, and I had I couldn't walk. I was in there to take therapy because I couldn't walk on account of my arthritis. So, but after I got home, I even had home health come give me therapy every week, and then they didn't have to come anymore. But several weeks ago, I couldn't even put my foot on the floor. I had to use my walker to go to the bathroom, get up, and get me something to eat. I couldn't even get down the steps. I was a prisoner in my own home, but I had everything here I needed. So I'm going to get off from here, and I'm going to end this stream. And thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate. I love each one of you. And it's nice to meet you, Parrot Dodger. Yeah, I'm from across the pond, but I love you too. Oh, your family were miners. Well, but I'm gonna get off here and make me a cup of coffee, maybe scramble me an egg and get me something to eat. But thank y'all so much for being here, and I'm gonna end this live stream. It's been going on almost an hour and a half. That racked me up some time. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll try to have another live stream in the morning about this time if y'all want to come back. But I'm going to say good night, good night, good morning, and the sun's still not up. And get off from here and make my coffee and get me something to eat. And y'all have a blessed day, and God bless each one of you. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me. You don't know how much that meant to me. Have a blessed day, Lenny. Well, thank you, Roger. I've been a Christian since I was 13 years old. And sometimes I can feel the Holy Spirit's a stronger cry. So I know where I'm going when I leave this old world. I'm not perfect. I'm just a sinner saved by grace. Thank you so much, and y'all have a blessed day. I'm gonna get off here.